Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. It's time for a quick shout out to some of our friends. B&B Auto Sales, your muscle car connection in Brookings, South Dakota. Above the Notch Car Club, a car club for auto enthusiasts in northern New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Muscle Car Club, the largest muscle car club in all of New England. MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. Visit mgmclassiccars.com today. Beach Hill Automotive in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, specializing in the repair, service, and towing of muscle cars and classic cars. Absolute Auto Body and Collision Repair in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And lastly, I am your independent Amsoil dealer. Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. And last but not least, if you decide to advertise with the Muscle Car Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Now, as usual, I have a robust lineup of muscle car entertainment on tap for you tonight, including a special guest who I'm sure you're really going to enjoy. We're going to bring him on in just a moment. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time hanging out with us on the podcast tonight, I hope you have a good time with us, and I hope you decide to join us here each and every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this podcast simulcasts to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this right now, just circle back in 1 week's time, and we'll be waiting for you with another fun-filled episode. To our regular viewers who are here week after week, month after month, and season after season, you are the ones who make this possible, and we really, really appreciate that. Let's take a few quick comments, then we'll bring our friends on, and we will get this party started. Let's see, we've got BCJ Vids in the house, regular viewer, saying hello, nice to see you. Also, our good friend Ben from the Vintage Mini Bike Lovers Facebook page, saying good evening, everyone, looking and sounding good in central New York. Now, Ben, we've got to say, he does a podcast with Rob and I. If you like those vintage mini bikes from the 60s and 70s, you do not want to miss the podcast that we do on that. It happens every Sunday night, the second Sunday night of the month, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Wherever you're viewing this right now, you'll be able to see that. Now, also, our good friends from the very beginning, Stacy and Art Fosler, are here. They're in the house from Plattkill, New York, regular viewers. In fact, we're going to be viewing one of their video clips in the second half of the podcast. Also, our good friend and regular viewer, Mike Whiteside, is here saying, hi, guys. Nice to see you, Mike. Appreciate your regular viewership. So with that out of the way, let's bring our friends on here, and we will get this party started. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Very good.
Doing all right.
Good.
Good, Mike.
There we go. We got Virgil here. Somehow I think he must have logged off and back on.
Whoops. There's Virgil.
I'm here.
Yes. Well, cool. So as I promised earlier, we have a special guest tonight. In the center of the screen at the top there, we've got our good friend Shaun Smith. He is the president and publisher of Auto Roundup Publications. And with that out of the way, Shaun, please tell us a little bit about what you're doing with that.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Well, thanks for having me on. First off, feel very honored to be up here. I also feel very blessed and just to be able to do what we do each and every day. But we're magazine publishers that specialize in collector car and truck publications. These are displayed on newsstands throughout the country. We have subscriptions as well that are available. What makes these very unique is that there's free advertising for private sellers that buy and sell collector cars and parts and trucks. There's no other publication or entity out there that I know of that's really still doing that, and that's available through our website at autoroundup.com. And we have 3 main core titles that we publish. We have the Auto Roundup, that comes out, and it was the one that my father first started back in 1974, and it's got like a lot of your survivor cars. It's got like a lot of what you'll find, like a lot of deals on some lower priced vehicles. Um, and again, it's free advertising. Um, so this is a really unique publication. Um, got a lot of rare cars you won't find everywhere else. Um, but yeah, I'm sure, Mike, you're wanting to get into the history of it all, but didn't know how in depth you wanted me to go with all the titles at this point. So yeah, then our next we have
Sorry, my
classic
microphone was
car
off.
round.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So we also have the classic car roundup, and it specializes in a lot of muscle cars. It's got some of your more like your higher end stuff in it. It's got some resto mods, hot rods. We kind of dub it as the flagship magazine for the ultimate car collector. Um, that's and it's got we got some really cool journalists that have some of the country's best stories in here too. They cover the good guys, as you can see there, the top 10. There's just some really neat stuff at SEMA that the guys do, and just seems like we got boots on the ground everywhere with some of the stuff that comes out.
That's
Um,
amazing. Roving reporters on all corners of the continent.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got boots on the ground in a lot of different places, and a lot of unique perspectives too. So I mean, it's a big hobby. It's a fun hobby, and it's we're here trying to be a not just a publication that people can engage with in, but also where car people can meet car people and form lifelong friendships, um, join car clubs and do things that are great for communities, for cancer research, or whatever it may be, whatever the club's fighting for out there. We also feel, an obligation to be the backbone of the old car hobby, to really help bring people together and unite. Because I've said it before, and I'll say it again: car people are the best.
Oh, no two ways about it. Absolutely. And I dare
we
say that's one of the things I think that we have in common, because this podcast is not just a podcast; it's a community between the people
Mhm.
you see on the screen and the regular viewers, and then new people come in. It's a community that's kind of taken on a life of its own. So I like the parallel there. It's a really cool vibration.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
But
and that's exactly how we feel about it. Of course, then we also have our truck roundup. Um, I think you've got well, that's backwards there, but you may be able to pull up. There it is. And this is, well, we dubbed this as the ultimate truck enthusiast mag. It's got a lot of hot rods in it, some custom stuff, old stock stuff in there. You'll find some flatbeds, Broncos, Jeeps, um, vans, you name it. There's something in there for everybody. I mean, you can see the one of a kind there on the cover. We couldn't believe that 31 Ford Model A. When that thing came in, we thought it was a tank.
with a track kit,
It's
that's amazing.
like wow, like you should see some of the stuff that comes in, and if you don't, you can always sign up and start getting it, because there's people do some crazy things with their cars, and whether you're a stock guy or you're a custom guy, I mean, there's something for everybody, and there's no doubt about it. They both worlds are just amazing to me. What people can go to their garage and spend 5 or 10 years on something, and what comes off the assembly line is just mind blowing. I
Yeah,
mean, it's really, really, really cool what you guys are doing out there.
for sure, for sure. Now I'll give a chance for our co-hosts to ask any questions for you if they had any.
Okay, that one you're talking about, that 32, was that somebody sent you a picture for a vehicle for sale? Or is that one you did an article about?
That one actually, the 31 there, the 31 Ford. I believe that was one that came in from, if memory serves me, I believe that was one that came in from one of our paid advertisers.
Uh,
And they sometimes send in some unique stuff. So,
see,
but yeah, that's really neat.
and
Yeah,
see
for
with
sure.
that, I had a comment on that model on that 32 there. It almost looks like it may have been what is that? They used to use those for the mail.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
USPS, and I guess in Iowa and all that deep snow in the Midwest. I've seen a mail truck like that before.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's
That's
cool.
cool. They even deliver letters to Santa with that. Did anybody here watch the Christmas special? Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yes.
They've got one kind of like that.
Yep.
Cool. And Jake, any questions or comments?
I mean, it's just cool. The car enthusiast hobby has such diverse. I mean, there's so many different directions you can go, and it's cool. You got the trucks, and you got more of like the entry level stuff and the higher end. Is there ever anything that comes through where you're like, I gotta have this for myself? Have you bought a few vehicles instead of putting them in the magazine or through the magazine?
And we get asked that question a lot, Jake, and I appreciate you bringing that up. We have bought a couple, but to be honest, I mean we're working 7 days a week to do what we do, and we do see it, and people are like, "Oh, you get to see everything that comes in first. You could grab it first," and it's like, dude, there's not enough time. We can't
They got
be.
to
I mean,
turn it
we
and
would love
working.
to do that, and we have made a little bit of time to get something here and there that comes in, but for the most part, it takes, we're a family business too, and we all come together, but it's 24/7, 365 for sure.
Yeah,
So
all
now,
work.
do you have kids that'll take it over after you?
I have a 9-year-old daughter
Uh,
that may take it on. We'll see.
yeah.
Guess you got to work for a while.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. I got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, hey, in Vermont, it's 14. You start working at age 14. So yes.
Yeah.
True.
Don't ask me when I started working.
Oh yeah, no, different time. That was the 1900s. So yeah, total different time.
I'd have to give you the legal answer and the other answer.
Yes.
Well,
The truth or an
Cash
honest
under the
answer.
table.
Well, I've got a few comments I want to take, and then that's where you were just talking about is actually a good segue. I wanted to hear kind of the origin story about how your father started it. But let's take a few quick comments here, real quick, and then we'll get to that story. So John
sure.
Spranger Jr., regular viewer from the very beginning and a close personal friend, says good evening, everyone. Great to see you, John. Appreciate that. Also, regular viewer Glenn Ford is here in the house saying good evening to us. Nice to see you. Also, our good friend from Long Island, New York, Bada Bing, is here saying hello from Long Island, New York. John Spranger Jr. says that 32 looks like Paul Crane should have, and Paul Crane does have one of those at Crane Snowmobile Museum in Lancaster, New Hampshire. And I do have video of that. I'm glad you mentioned that because John has been there and probably seen that. Mike Whiteside said the mail carriers use Priuses now in the Midwest. Wow.
Great car. Great car.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Global warming, huh? No snow.
Well, cool. So yeah, with that out of the way, did you want to take us down the path of the origin story?
Yeah, absolutely. So, my father, Ron Smith, is the one that started it all back in 1974. Didn't really plan to do it. What had happened was in the state of West Virginia, the government had set up a program where they were trying to rid the state of unsightly eyesores, what they felt were rust buckets sitting along the road. They were trying to get rid of these vehicles that weren't running to try to clean the state up. And so they sent government agents out with cans of spray paint, and they would come out and label your vehicle with an A on it
Hmm.
if it was considered abandoned. So they went around and did this to thousands of vehicles. Well, at the time, back in the 70s, those were vehicles from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And that my dad, Ron Smith, had realized one of those days those vehicles are going to be worth money. So he went around with a notepad and a camera and started knocking on people's doors and like, hey, 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 I see what you got out there. Um, could I get your name and your number and take a picture of this? And they were like, because if they're going to take this away, I think I can help you sell it. And
Yeah.
so he went around and did that. So back in those days, they had bulletin boards at all the convenience stores and all the grocery stores. So he would literally go up and pin up a little, the picture and a little description at all these different stores. Eventually, he started getting so many of them, he started making photocopies of them and posting that up and leaving his information so people could contact him, and people started mailing them in. Well, there was a timeline on all this because he was not real sure if it was like 60 days or 90 days to get, before the government was going to seize the vehicles. So though he was working against the clock. Well, as people started mailing in these ads um, and seeing the photocopies of the papers, they were like, well, how could I get that?
Yeah.
And the bell, the light bulb went off. Oh, I could mail it to him, but if I mail it to him, I've got to charge him for it. So um, that's how it started. He started out on a typewriter and making photocopies. Just did it by hand, and then he ended up, doing subscriptions through the mail, and then he eventually got into selling, individual copies at the stores. Um, but to this day, the original concept was he was going out there, promoting free advertising for private sellers, trying to save these old cars from the crusher. So to this day, we still have a free advertising option that's out there available. It's a basic ad, yes. We have upgrades and stuff, but the original concept is that we still offer that free basic ad, and that's what Auto Roundup's all about.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
So
Very
today we can
cool.
be found in over 25,000 different stores. We got thousands of subscribers nationwide, and even up into Canada and overseas. And of course, we have our website presence as well.
That's amazing. So you've come a long way with it.
Absolutely.
Now, how
This
do you
actually
have
just celebrated 50 years.
50 years. That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
And go ahead, Rob. Did you have a question?
how do you have the pictures listed? You go by the most expensive to the cheapest, or you have them in territories?
Right. It's random. It's a mixed
All
bag.
random?
You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now,
Sure.
in the middle, there is a classified section. Let me pull it up here. Um, most of the cars throughout, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just, they're listed from, I don't know if you can see it good there or not.
Yeah, it's fighting with that background, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I can do it on mine if you
Okay.
want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I clicked the wrong button there for a second, but let's see. So this will be some of the car ads, and then the line ads. I think that you were talking about. So there's some parts that are black and white,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I've
yeah.
got a strong fan going on the other side of the room there that's working against me. But okay, so here
We
we go.
got
Yeah.
parts and everything.
Whoops. So the
Oh,
line ads. I'm assuming these are the free ads that you're talking about.
Right. Right. Yeah. Those are the free ones. And then those are actually classified. So the cars would be in a year order. And then now the parts are kind of randomly put in there. But the vehicles, yeah, the vehicle listings, they're usually in year order if everybody did their job right.
Sure. Yeah, and I imagine that's a lot to manage.
Oh,
A lot of
absolutely.
details there.
Oh, yeah.
But I like that. I mean, it's a smart way to do it as far as I'm concerned, because you get free options here, which would be the line ads, and then if you want something a little more robust, you've got these the smaller ads here, and I'm fighting with that fan, unfortunately. And then if you want to go really robust, then you've got the larger ads like these one at the top.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
depending on the level of exposure you're looking for, you kind of pay as you go. I
absolutely.
really like that model. It's something for everybody.
Yeah.
Ooh, Viper
Anything
right
to add to
there.
that?
Nice looking black Viper right there.
Yes, let me get that back on the screen. Speaking of Vipers, oh yes, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Jake has a Viper, by the way.
Looks just
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Great looking car.
Yes,
Awesome.
very cool. Very cool. Well, cool. Any now, no, here's the question that I had. Let me get us back the way we were looking here before.
Yeah,
At what
sure.
point did you get involved with it, both as far as just kind of stepping in the early years, and also to the point to where you're running it?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the other, I started when I was about 4 years old, actually helping with magazine deliveries.
Oh,
I would help cut open the bundles and go into the stores and help display them on the magazine racks. And when I was 8, I started managing our advertising billing for business customers. We had a lot of parts guys back then, and so I would do all the billing for that. And then I also started doing the billing a couple years later than that. I was doing the billing to the stores. So, trying to figure out how many copies they sold and then billing them, for what they had sold. Of course, then as I got into high school, this wonderful thing came out called the internet that was available to everybody. And, we're using today, doing amazing things that, we only dreamed of years ago. But I helped develop our first website that we had back in 1995. And about that time, we had also came out. It was really ahead of its time. It was our electronic magazine that we named the eMag. So I was a front runner in doing that. Um, and then shortly after that, I took over the advertising manager position, and then kind of worked my way into the general management. And I've been through all the processes from the way that this was done on paste up, where we used to have to do paste up and send the stuff into the printer by mail, and to the way it's done today. Kind of been a front runner in the revolution of technology that's really impacted our publishing industry specifically. I've kind of been there every step of the way. And of course, my father, both my parents, are not doing that great in health wise. So I've had to kind of step in over the last few years and kind of help out with more and more with stuff. So um, that's kind of where we're at. And we did have our big 50th celebration last year. We had a band and lots of good food and drinks, and my parents had a wonderful time. I think it was a really special time. Oh, Dad got his cars out.
Uh,
Um, he's got a '67 Vet and a '67 Chevelle,
ooh.
and it was a good time. So that's kind of the progression of everything. And here we are today doing a podcast with you, Mike.
yes, yes. But
So
you're right.
full
50
circle.
years. That's an incredible milestone for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Question. Wait, quick question for you on the history part here. Now,
Uh-huh.
were you guys out and doing this thing before Hemming's Motor News,
No, we
especially
weren't.
especially like getting online?
Well, Hemming started their publication. I believe it came out. The print came out maybe back in the '50s.
Okay.
But as far as I'm not sure when their website came out versus ours, but
Uh-huh.
um, I'm pretty sure we had the first electronic
Okay.
publication back in 1995. I don't think
All
anybody
right.
was doing that. In fact, most publications or publishers that had print magazines, even the big guys, they were in the early stages of
Yeah.
developing that, because that technology was really kind of raw back then,
Mm,
and you had to kind of invent it yourself.
yeah.
So we were kind of ahead of the curve at that point.
All right. And then
That's impressive.
yeah,
Go ahead,
and then
Virgil.
with your online there, you got a pretty massive online picking there, because I was online there, and I looked at your heavy duty, looked at your
Okay.
heavy equipment, and
Okay.
pretty interesting. International Scouts came up.
Oh, okay. Well,
It was
we'll
act-
have to fix that.
but it was actually pretty cool because I was like, wow, very very cool. And they had some very very cool international scouts on there. But then also too, they did have a international scout. I mean, an international diesel on there that looked. Oh man, that thing looked so pretty. But
Yeah.
just, yeah, just going through your website today and just looking at things. So for you to bring up, you're doing the website and stuff like that. You got a lot of pretty cool things, selections on there too. Especially with like your celebrity cars and the way that you can classify different things there. It's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, that's been a long process in the making, and I think we've got over 9,000 vehicles up there right now, and to choose from. So I mean, like you say, there's a wide variety in there as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Now, you're
Yeah, and
telling us earlier your magazine every 60 days it changes on the shelf.
That's for the special issues. The three core titles that we have, the Auto Roundup, the Classic Car Roundup, and the Truck Roundup, those come out monthly.
yeah.
So they're changing out once a month, and then the specials that were just on the screen, they're about every 60 days. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's we actually have 10 of those.
So the
So
same
they'll
car
overlap.
that's on the shelf for sale is on your website.
Well, I'm sorry.
The same car that's in the magazine is on the website also.
It depends. I mean, sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't.
Okay.
Um, it kind of depends. If the customer has paid for both, they'll get both. Um, if they haven't, then they might only see it here or they might only see it there.
Uh,
Kind of depends on what they select. So obviously, the more exposure, the better.
yes.
We actually promote that. We definitely want to encourage that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you're
So it sounds like
encouraging
there's
me
quite
to
a few
look.
options for them. Go ahead, Virgil. Sorry.
He's encouraging me to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. And Jake,
Yeah, and
anything to add to all this, or?
I mean, it sounds like it started by you were trying to save cars from getting crushed, which I have a special place in my heart for because I hate cool cars dying. But it's really important that it is so diverse and that you have such kind of a wide variety. What's the newest like cars you do? I mean, because to me, 90s and even early 2000s cars are kind of hitting that classic car status or like collector. What's new stuff that you do?
Well, I totally agree. I mean, I think you have to move the needle along with the times. I mean, you got different opinions on that, obviously,
Of course.
in the hobby. What is a classic? And you can ask that question to 10 people and get 10 answers. You
Of
know
course.
that well as anybody. But yeah, absolutely. We're starting to put in some of the newer stuff. I mean, obviously, you've had your new Mopars that have been out, your Camaros, your Corvettes. I mean, that stuff's like instant classic in my
Of
book.
course.
Yes.
So I
Always
mean, but
relevant.
and then like your Vipers that you're into. I mean, the Porsches are always relevant. Your sports cars. Um, but yeah, I think that needle moves, and I think you can really see that if you kind of go back just a few years. Look at the way that the '80s and '90s Mustangs have really become something big,
Mm,
and
Sure, the Fox bodies.
I mean, there's whole clubs that specialize in just '80s or '90s Mustangs. I mean, so that needle moves, and I think it's always going to move forward.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
for
cool.
sure.
yeah.
So we're at the bottom of the hour. We're going to shift gears here in a moment. But is there anything, Shaun, that we haven't covered that you really wanted to cover?
Uh, I think just again, I feel honored to be up here and blessed to be doing what we do, and it's you know just being out there in the car show circuit at the shows that we've done in the past, and just seeing how wonderful a hobby it is. It just makes it, it really, really warms my heart to be able to get out there and continue on the legacy of what my father started and the original dream of saving cars. I mean, that's what I hope to continue to do. And just, if you haven't heard of us yet, come, get online, check us out, give us a call. We have one of the best customer service departments in the country. Um, and we're a small family business that does it. We're not some big conglomerate corporation. We're a small company, and we're a family that does it. And if you have heard of us and you are supporters, we appreciate your support. We hope you'll continue to support us and be with us in the years ahead. So thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Sure thing. And to the viewers, be sure to look for them on newsstands anywhere quality periodicals are sold. You can also find them at autoroundup.com in the lower right hand corner of the screen there. And Virgil, did you have something?
Yeah, one quick question. Last question here is, how much is a subscription if you want to subscribe to the magazines online?
The We have a couple different options. So the print option for
Mhm.
the auto roundup is $39 a year,
Uh-huh.
and then the classic car roundup in the truck is 37.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then right now we're running a special on the digital
Uh-huh.
eMag that I mentioned earlier. And
Yeah.
if you go online right now, you can get the digital auto roundup for 25, or you can get
Huh.
the other two, the classic car and the truck for $15 each. And
Oh.
we've got a combo deal for all three for $50. So,
Ah,
but
hey.
it's online only. You have to go online and do it.
Yeah, you may have a new customer here there, sir.
Yes.
Awesome.
Cool deal.
Appreciate that, Virgil.
And that web
Yes, I
address
love
is
looking at cars.
And that web address is at the lower right hand corner of the screen, autoroundup.com. So if you like what you're seeing here tonight, be sure and patronize them. And if you reach out to them for any kind of communication, please mention that you saw them on the podcast tonight. But
So, Sean,
yeah,
you told us what your dad drives. What do you drive?
Well, I did have a 67 Buick a few years ago, Skylark. Um,
Nice.
and I love that car, convertible. Um, and then I had a 20, let's see, it was a 2020 Challenger. Getting into the moving the needle. That car was pretty fast. They had
Yeah.
the 5.7 in it, and
Oh.
I'm not sure I could have handled the 6.2 for very long.
uh,
That thing had a lot of power. But I'm working on one of my good friends that I went to a car show. He asked me what one of my favorite cars was, and I said, I really love those 58 to 60 Impalas. That's one of my favorite. And so
Oh.
my good friend Burr out of Ohio, he gave me my first part. And
ah,
so I've been working on this one for about 20 years now.
Oh
very
yeah.
cool.
So one of these
Oh
days
yeah.
I'll have it.
Yeah, because
Nice.
that 59 Impala, that's the that what is that, the Holy Grail? Or is that the El Rey they call it? 58 or the 59 is called the El Rey, and that's the Holy
Yeah,
Grail, they say.
yeah. Those are the classics right there.
And
Yes.
you could start with that emblem and do kind of Johnny Cash style. Build the rest of the car around it.
One piece at
Taking
a
things home in a
time.
lunchbox.
Yeah,
But well, cool. So we're going to transition, but Sean, we hope you'll stay with us the whole program because we've got a lot of really cool stuff we're going to be doing.
sure. I plan to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, for sure. This is a lot of fun. Now, it's time for announcements and Amsoil. And if Rob is ready, Rob, we're going to put you full screen, and Rob's going to talk to us about Amsoil.
I'm always ready, Mike.
He's always ready.
Okay, a couple weeks ago, we talked about all the different Amsoil products, the Signature, the XL, the Dominator, the Racing Oil, the Z-Rod, which is good for this product, high zinc. But Amsoil has a number of other products, like our gear lube. Most people with a gear lube, they change it every 50,000 kilometers. Amsoil is 500,000 kilometers warranty. 75 W90, 80 W90, all the different grades. All the product Amsoil make outperforms everything else I've ever seen in the market. But one big thing is, as we're selling a lot of us this week, is the antifreeze. Most people change their antifreeze 50,000 kilometers. This is 240,000 kilometers between oil changes. And a couple of our vehicles had head gasket problems. The old Lumina we had. And when the head gasket leaked, the regular antifreeze tore the engine right out. This weekend we got a big race in Toronto, the Molson Indy. One of the big products up there is the Amsoil coolant boost. Those race vehicles run straight water. By putting an additive in the water brings the boiling point up it. It'll run 20 to 50 degrees cooler the vehicle. compared to what running just straight water. And there's other products on the market, but none of them compared to what the Amsoil. So if you want a product that's going to outperform all the other products you've ever tried, look in the Amsoil catalog. And for a free catalog, you can click on Mike's site and get a free catalog. And Mike will tell you how you can become a preferred customer and save 25% on anything you buy. It's up to you now, Mike.
Absolutely. That's the best value going is that preferred customer program. You get the deepest discounts and free shipping once you hit the $100 mark. It's an incredible value. And we hope that you will decide to join Amsoil using my link in the description. There's a link for the catalog, like Rob said, and there's also a link to join using my referral number. When you use my referral number, you're helping to support this podcast. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm signed up as an Amsoil dealer under Rob. So when you order through me with my link, Rob and I both benefit, and the commissions I make go to offset the costs associated with this podcast. We thank everyone who's been doing that, and if you're thinking about doing it, we thank you in advance for that. Well, cool. So with announcements out of the way, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna focus on Jake right now. Now, Jake goes on a lot of auto adventures. He's been on some cannonball runs. I think at least two, right?
I think we're up to 4 now, but one of them was a little slow. So
Sure. And then you did a Smokey and a Bandit reenactment too, didn't you? Or was that on the list?
yeah, we did that back in February. It was like 1,400 miles. We did it in just under 16 hours. That was a good time.
That's amazing.
Any
Doing something they say can't be done, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And after that, we got to get up in Boston.
Yes. No, go ahead, Rob. Did you have something?
Was it in the Trans Am?
No. So there was a couple of people that ran Trans Am. The rule was 1984 and later. That's when I think the third one came out, and everything after that wasn't very good. So 1984 and before. So I did it in my 1979 Mercedes 280 SE.
Nice. So Jake's latest adventure, just over 4th of July, is really something. And without me trying to explain it, why don't you take over, Jake, and tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's an event up in Alaska where, 24-hour sun there, so they can't do fireworks and it never gets dark. So there's a small little town that's got every year where they launch cars off the cliff. So it's a 100-foot cliff. It's a huge event. They have thousands of people come out. 1320 Video comes out there, films it all. If you're looking for the video, they have a really, really good one online. But for us, for me, it's a 4,200-mile drive, and I've wanted to go since I found out like 7 or 8 years ago. And, rumor was this might be the last year. So we were like, we got to go out. So when I was on my last Cannonball, I was trying to sell a jet ski trailer, and a guy messaged me asking me if I wanted to trade for an F-150. And I was like, I got a truck that I really don't, I'm $500 into. I think I was probably 7, 8, maybe 1,000 into it all in all. Take it to Alaska, let's launch it off a cliff. And the first 2,200 miles went flawless. As you'll see in the video, we ran into some issues, and it's important, I always say I'd rather be lucky than good when it comes to cars. For some reason, I tend to be pretty lucky and not great. But sometimes you get unlucky, and this was a case of unlucky. But in the last year, I've done well over 20,000 miles of road trips in just horrible, horrible cars. So it's nice that the one time it goes wrong, I had a backup plan. So it's unlucky to be lucky, I guess.
Yes.
But the video I made kind of goes through a little bit of our trip, and we can check it out.
Excellent. Let me get that queued up here, and we'll take a look at that. It's just taking a moment to load here. For some reason, the first video of the night always takes a moment to load. And sometimes Rob has some Jeopardy music queued up for
I don't have my phone with me.
Oh, no. Well, that's all right.
Jake, I've watched those videos before. Did anybody get hurt?
It took my breath away. See, their cars are landing 30 feet away from me. One hit maybe 6 feet away from some other people. It's intense. Yeah, they just thud. They hit the ground.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, we'll check it out.
All right, let's take a look here.
Every year in Glacier View, Alaska, they celebrate the 4th of July a little bit different. This year, we decided we didn't want to miss the action, so we were going to get a truck and drive it 4,200 miles from Vermont to Alaska. Our plan was to take our 2009 F-150, dubbed Cow Car, and meet up with about 8 of our friends and make the drive from Austin, Minnesota to Glacier View, Alaska.
As a convoy.
We got Lightning McQueen. We got the Aussie Grand Marquis. We got Do It for Dale. Moo. Figured a weird trip needed a weird meeting place, so we met at the Spam Museum in Austin, Minnesota, where Ben gave us a rousing speech.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th annual Alaska July 4th car jump. Woo! Just like Vietnam, all of you are going, none of these are coming back. Get yourself ready, get yourself prepared, get yourself pumped. We've got 3,300 miles of mayhem, mania, and hopefully not too many breakdowns. So strap in, buckle up, hold on tight, let's get the fuck out of here and start moving, all right? Hold tight, guys, let's go!
And with that, we started to head northwest through North Dakota and the beautiful plains. But as we crossed the border and the sun started to go down, so did our luck. Plagued by multiple problems, the worst of which being our wheel just about falling off, we decided that we had to leave the truck and try to come back in the morning and fix it. I'm really hoping this isn't where this ends, with us on the side of the road broken. With our hopes at an all-time low, we took all our valuables out of the truck and headed back to the hotel to try to make a plan. Unfortunately, little did we know, the Canadians had other plans for our cow truck. This is how it ends. We left it here for the night, and everything was smashed. With no time, no tools, no parts, and no windows, we made the decision to leave the truck on the side of the road and hop in the party van. Luckily, we made some great friends that we were able to ride with and get up to Alaska. The Alaska Highway is the main road from Dawson's Creek, British Columbia to Alaska. The road truly is breathtaking, so we figured the best way to get a good view of it is to hop in the back of the truck and get some videos. Views were absolutely breathtaking, but so was the wildlife we saw.
Oh god, oh we need to get out of here. Fucking stuck.
Up here we saw herds of these giant bison. Lots of these little black bears on the side of the road. A handful of grizzlies. Of course, being car guys, we found a few junkyards that have since been overgrown by trees.
Oh, that just keeps going.
Oh, there's full of it. Oh my god, like, it just keeps going, like, see that?
But as the views got more breathtaking and the roads started to get rougher, we knew we were getting close to Alaska. We took a couple last pictures and did a little bit of celebrating before we got to the launch site. We made it to Glacier View and the 300-foot cliff on the 3rd of July, where we then had to start emptying all of our stuff and give away our cars. Prep for the launch includes cleaning everything up, smashing all the glass out, and cutting the exhaust off the cars. Then everything was lined up and we waited for the launch. And launch they did. A bit of a glitch on the first launch for the minivan. Going off the ramp, it collided with another car that was going off at the same time, spun out, and almost rolled. Luckily, Ben was there to hop in, shut the car off, and give it another launch. Dust settled, the crowd rushed out and started ripping everything off the cars they could for little souvenirs. And within 24 hours, everything was cleaned up, nice and tidy. While our truck didn't make it, we still had a great time, met some great friends, and our plate lives on in the Signpost Forest in Watson Lake. If you find yourself in the Yukon, go see if you can find the last little remnants of Cow Car.
Yeah, very cool, Jake. That's an amazing story, an amazing adventure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's it was a lot for sure. There was that night when our car broke down was probably one of the more stressful nights I've had in the last few years. Just pacing in the hotel, I needed a wheel bearing, and I could have gotten the wheel bearing, but I had all these other people that had to get where they're going. I couldn't have left it, and flown home. So yeah, I didn't have any tools. I couldn't get a tow truck driver to come tow it. So it was just I had really no options, and the best option was just kind of leaving it anyway. So I signed the title off in the glove box, put the keys, and I called the tow truck company. I paid a full tow bill, what you would normally pay to tow it somewhere, and basically said it was like $500. I said, make this thing disappear. It's got a Vermont title in it. Crush it into a cube. Just I don't want to get a bill. The last thing I need is to leave it on the side of the road and get impounded. The next time I go to Montreal, I have the borders ask me why I have a $3,000 bill in my name. So, all in all, it's a good story out of it. Especially I had a case of the glass bottle Mexican Coca-Cola in it, like a full case, and a cooler full of cheese. I had like $60-$70 worth of cheese we just driven through Wisconsin. Like really good Wisconsin cheese, all stolen out of it. But other than that, that's really all I got, and it is what it is.
Wow, that's amazing. And we'll go around the panel here and get reactions to that. Rob, reactions to this?
How many cars were going off the cliff that
They
day?
said 38, and most went off on their own power. There was a Jeep Wagoneer that they just, as you saw, they ratchet strapped the steering wheel, and this Jeep Wagoneer was just rusted out, and far, gone, and it veered off right to the side and hit the tree, and we're at the bottom. We can't see this. We have a radio with our buddy up top, and all of a sudden we just see a cloud of dust and this tree over the edge of the cliff come down, and their big flag that they had hanging from it and everything. But they said that went off with a forklift after that because it was about 2 feet shorter after it hit the tree. But yeah, they had 38.
One of your cars had a camera in it. Did the camera survive?
Yeah, so I don't think we lost any GoPros. All 3 cars we launched off, because we had 3, had GoPros in them. And I think one might have just obliterated. They had it on the parcel shelf, and it landed on its roof and just took it, crushed it. But the other 2, there's internal footage of the Lightning McQueen one. I just don't have it. And then the minivan.
How many spectators watching?
Thousands. I mean, so the people I went with are in with the people that run it. So we were like 4 or 5 rows back, right in the front. There was probably an 1/8 mile crowd behind me. Like there were thousands of people, like way back. We were right at the front. And when all the cars are done launching, they just yell go. And it's all like kids and some adults, and everybody just runs up and swarms all these cars. And like I saw a kid walk away with a power steering pump. A kid picked up a rock and tried to like break a door off, which is just like anarchy. These people, it was like these kids were savages. But it was a good time. Nobody got hurt, and at the end of the day, everything, it's all good.
That's amazing. And Shaun, reactions to this or questions?
Well, yeah, good. Nobody got hurt, and of course, most importantly, at least you lost your cheese, but at least you didn't lose any spam.
Exactly. We had a couple cans. Yeah, we picked a few up. I'd never had it. It was better than I thought. But for some reason they wanted to start there, and I was like, I don't care. I think that's a fun place. So we started there 9 a.m. and then it was like 14 hours later then we broke down.
Now, Shaun, you could have sold some of those cars ahead of time, couldn't you?
What's
Well,
that?
we could, yeah.
Shaun, you could have listed some for sale.
I know. Well, they're still out there somewhere.
I would have done it quick. I drive a lot of like interesting cars just, because I like weird stuff, and I have never gotten more attention than when I'm driving a big cow. It's just funny. Everybody loved it. Like you drive by, you see people taking pictures, see people smiling. So I see myself making another cow car for sure. It was hilarious.
That's
So
amazing.
is that what, if you were going to do this again, obviously it sounds like you might be inspired to do it again. Is that what you go for? Is another, or you got something else in mind?
We'll see what the vibe is. We talked about doing like the Vermont red hunter plaid on it. It depends what you get. There's a guy who had a Corvette that dresses it up like a Barbie Corvette C4 and launched it. So, depending on what it is, if it was like a Honda Element, it'd make it look like a toaster. I'd get creative with it.
Nice.
A
And Virgil,
toaster?
reactions?
Yeah, Vermont plaid would be great. But yeah, but like I say, on what's it called? I did like your suit you had on. Yeah,
Oh yeah, which suit was that? Was that the red one? Or was
Did you have the all? Who had the all white one on?
Oh, I think that might. Well, there was a couple pictures. I'm trying to think. I have to see. There was a few people there that were all dressed up for it. And
Okay.
I.
Because
Oh
whoever
no.
was dressed up in all the white, it remind me of Super Dan Osborne.
Oh yeah. Did he have like the mask on and stuff?
Um, he may have. I forget what.
Yeah.
What.
Yeah, that's that's Matt Davis. His caricature whenever he comes to car shows, he's Captain Chaos from the Cannonball Run. So he gets
Okay.
the whole suit with the little cannonball mask on, and he's a crowd favorite everywhere we go.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Now we've got some
Yeah.
comments that have come in. Let's take a look here. Whoop, trying to click on it. Why is it not taking it? Oh, it is taking it. All right. Our good friend Bada Bing says cars are just so damn cool regardless. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
then our good friend Mike Whiteside is commenting on the Alaska video. That's cool, he says. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And it's a trip I've been wanting to do forever. I mean, the Alaska highway has always just kind of been like a holy grail in my mind. I'm gonna go back because I got to drive it myself. I rode in the back of a minivan, which was extremely comfortable. And the people we rode with, I had never really formally met them. We're all friends of friends, so I know they're good people. I know they're not bad, but like we had, by the end of it, we were great friends. So it's if you can do a car adventure out there, it makes some good stories.
Jake, didn't they warn you ahead of time, like grizzlies like human meat?
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. Like we're going by bears, slowing down, taking pictures. That was I didn't have to drive. I brought my 35 millimeter film camera with me and got some like incredible shots. And we're like hanging out of the car, taking rollers of the other ones and stuff. I don't think anyone would care. Every time you get into a town, there may be one cop, there might not be, but we were going 200 miles of nothingness.
Cool
All
deal.
right. A question: what's the speed limit on those highways like that, where it's just open?
I'll be honest with you. I don't pay much attention to the speed
Jake,
limit.
don't do the speed limit.
I really couldn't.
Yeah, I know.
Think interstate was probably 110, and then we were back there. And that's 110 kilometers, Rob. That's I'm sure that's something we all know. And then probably like 50 miles per hour on the Alcan, maybe a little less. And we weren't going that fast. We were soaking in the views then.
Okay.
The only time we really hauled was I had to drive. Again, some of these people I'd met, some I didn't, but I had to drive an hour back to the truck in the morning to get our stuff out of it. And Olivia, at this point, we had decided, hey, we can't fix this truck. And so I was like, hey, Olivia, I'm going to leave you in the hotel lobby with all of our luggage, everything, like bags. And I was like, and the guys are going to come pick you up in the van, and I'll see you at some point. Because I had to go an hour south and then an hour north, and they were just going north. So they were 2 hours ahead of us. And so I basically held it flat out on the way back. We were still on the interstate, and I was in our support truck with some of the guys I didn't know. And so I really drove fast. Other than that, I hopped in the back and there's a bear and there's a moose and stuff like that.
That's wild. Oh, and we got one more comment here. Mike Whiteside says, fantastic show, guys. Appreciate that. And we're just getting started. We're actually going to go late tonight. We're probably going to go to 10:30 because we've still got plenty more to look at. In fact, let me switch screens here. We've got our good friend and frequent contributor, Elaine LaRiviere. Now, this is her on the left with her fiance. I'm close friends with both of them, but I'm good friends with Paul Lamontagne from the vintage snowmobile community. He is a legendary snowmobile racer from the late 60s and early 70s. He raced a lot of the factory race factory teams and things like this. But anyway, Elaine takes pictures at the cruise nights up in Maine, mostly at Bentley's cruise night every Tuesday night, I believe it is. And she sent me an image here just recently of this GTO, and I wanted to see if anyone knows what year this car is.
I know on it looks like a 1969, but I know Firebird better than GTOs.
I'll go 71.
Yeah, I think 71, 72.
Yeah, because I don't know myself, but I would say 70, but that's just a guess on my part. And then the other question I had, did they not have a campaign with the Tiger? Was that part of an advertising campaign they had at one point? Put a Tiger in your tank, or was that a gas ad?
That's the gas company.
Yeah, I don't remember. But anyway, we do thank Elaine for these images. We really appreciate it. We do a lot of nice montages with images that she sends us. Um, Now, also, we've got, let me just get queued up here. Okay, our good friends, Stacy and Art Fosler, regular viewers from the very beginning. In fact, before I show this video, I've got to show this image real quick. They're from upstate New York, but they were in touch with me last fall and said, hey, we're going to be passing through there. What do you think about getting together for lunch and having a nice visit? So that's exactly what we did on September 28th. So it's Stacy and Art on the right. The couple in the back is Ken and Yana. And then, of course, the couple on the left is Carlene and myself. And we had a wonderful meal, wonderful visit, just had a really, really good time. But anyway, they go to car shows and take video clips every now and then. And that's what we're going to look at now is a clip. I think, why is that? For some reason, that image won't go off the screen. There it is. Okay. I think I've got a delay here tonight. But yeah, so this is a video clip that they took at a speakeasy car show they went to. I think it was last year. Let's take a look.
Yeah, hey Mike, you're gonna have to do the Max Headroom glitch.
Yes, the Jeopardy music. It's taking a moment to load. But while that's loading, yeah, you know, we were.
Hi, Skip.
What do you want to know?
What year is it? How big?
2010.
How big's your engine?
416 cubic inch, 1100 horsepower.
Nice. You race with it?
Yep, it runs mid-9,
Wow.
140 miles an hour. Highly modified.
Very nice.
4 LAD E transmission, manual valve body with a trans brake. Got a Dana 410 rear in it from Strange Engineering. Got all BMR suspension, Strange Engineering shocks, adjustable. No air conditioning.
Very nice. Thank you, Skip. Here's some more cars.
You got Pepsi Newburgh. It's a franchise owned. We're around all the area. Most of those places are so full. We used to have Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. At least most of them so full.
That's okay. This is Speakeasy Motors. They raise money for autism. That's what this car show is for today. They also have Speakeasy Whiskey. out.
So yeah, thank you so much to Stacy and Art Fosler for that footage. We really appreciate that. And as we were talking about earlier, with the podcast as well as with your magazine, Shaun, it really is a community. We get a lot of viewers that share video clips with us and images, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It's a little community that meets here every Wednesday night. Wanted to go through and get some quick reactions to that. Virgil, anything catch your eye in there?
There was a burnout truck.
Yes.
I was like, I would like to see that one in action.
Let's see if I can find it. That was right on the ground too, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then there
Oh,
was
I just
another one. I
passed it.
thought it was like just after that, I thought there was like a pacer. Not a pacer or or what is that?
The Gremlin?
Yeah. Like a 4-door. It was in between two Corvettes.
Yeah,
Light
I did
blue.
see that. I'm having a hard time finding it though. Oh wait, that blue one.
That white truck there had a nice cam in there. That light blue right there.
Yeah, it's cool.
AMC, yeah.
You don't get to see those.
No. And Shaun, anything catch your eye in here?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, just seeing, well, number one, who says a vehicle doesn't look good with its hood up? But just seeing the burnout sign right there, I mean, that brings back memories of the Street Rod Jamboree in Delaware that we used to go to, and just remembering people bringing extra tires with them, and they did the same thing up in the Syracuse Nationals, and those were always good times. So I'd like to see some. That just makes me want to see some burnouts at this time.
Yeah,
For sure.
Say that $5,000. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That you should be able to buy some tires, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Rob, anything catch your eye?
Oh, I like the sound of that white pickup when it was leaving the exhaust. But as it was leaving on the right-hand side, there was, if you just back up a little bit, there's a really nice roadster sitting there. You just caught the right. Yep, there's the front end of it.
Yes, that coupe there. Yes.
I like those designs of cars. And Jake, how many burnouts contests have you won?
Yeah.
Are pricey. They're 335s. They're wicked sticky, and it's got a pretty tall ratio in it, so it does okay. But I do, if I'm going to do it, I'll do donuts more than burn. A little bit more fun.
Yeah. And now for the burnouts, you can buy tires that give off colored smoke.
I know. I've seen people put liquids on them too that give you a different color. Like that kind of steams up. It's just a good time. I'm just so happy it's car show season again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, now we've got a question about that 65 GTO or the GTO. He said, Kevin Culhane, our good friend, says he's tuning in late, but he said the 65 GTO had a tiger under the hood in a commercial. So maybe that's what that reference was.
Interesting.
Very cool. And then our good friend Bada Bing is saying the audio is breaking up, and I'm getting that here and there. Is anyone else hearing some audio chop, or is that just me?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it comes and goes, It seems like. But we'll press on here. Well, cool. So we've got another clip to look at. Now, this is our good friend Derek Rabita. He's up in Maine. He's friends with, you remember Elaine that I was talking about who does the images. She's a mutual friend of ours. Now, he makes footage available to us on a regular basis. And he went to the Bonnie Eagle car show earlier this year. Let's take a look at his footage that he got there.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we are over at Bonnie Eagle for their 45th annual car show. It is 2025, and we're gonna go run around and see what's here. But we just came over in the 91 Nissan. Over here is our friend Peter's 1949 custom Mercury. This thing is chalk channeled, bag bodied. It was a 4-door converted to a 2-door. Beautiful, beautiful traditional custom right here. The white walls, the full moons, with the Coyote swapped into her, and it is a manual. right over here we have this absolutely gorgeous 1965 Ford F100, completely custom, lowridered out, Dayton wire wheels, which is so awesome to see. All the beautiful airbrushing, pinstriping, this gorgeous metallic gold. I mean, this sun is really hitting it perfectly right now. The roof is all done up. The old school wheel, paint matched to the truck. Every square inch of this has been done. All the airbrushing on the rear quarter of the roof, and I love even this like little factory lip that comes off of the back. The sub setup back here, I mean, it's just completely done up. Like one of my favorite trucks. It's really awesome to see here. This is so mini trucking styled. We got a newer Silverado. What year is this thing? 2014. But look at the graphics down the side of this thing. All painted on there. The big wheels. Sitting real low too. Cool to see on the crew cab as well. Wow. Tubbed out in the back. That's fresh. I'm liking that. I've never seen this one around. So right over here we have this really cool early 2000s Ford F-150. It's got the Lincoln badge. It's got the shaved tailgate handle, so it's flipped on the inside. We've got the wing shaved roll pan into the body, like the bed of the truck. Real early 2000s wheels. The side exit exhaust. All tubbed out with a white spray and bed liner. Some upgraded air setup in there, a little more modern. We got the Louis Vuitton stitching in the seats, so someone's kind of done their custom touch. It's really cool though, because this is the regular cab short bed, and even with this regular cab had this little just extra door that actually opens up suicide. But pretty cool to see. You got your aftermarket hood, the Lincoln grill. Not often we see too many things like this, so quite a find to see at the Bonnie Eagle car show. Of AMC Javelins, but it's really cool because these aren't very common, let alone to see two twinning Javelins in a very similar color. That one's a little bit of a deeper blue, but we got the duckbill on the back here. Hey, how's it going? That one has the spoiler up by the roof. American Racing Wheels, but he came all the way down from New York to be here at the show, so really cool to get a clip of them. I wanted to grab it right before they left. All the little differences. He's even got the little front lip down there. He's got the side pipes. Really cool to see. But there you have it. There is the set of AMC Javelins. Well guys, we're gonna finish off the video. We did get a first place in our class with the purple truck, so that's really exciting. We're about to ride over in the back of this truck to our truck, but there we go. This is cool. We're at another meet now. We just parked up the purple truck over there. We cruised over with Callie and Lexus in the first gen Dodge. And right over here, our friend Shaun just picked up this orange C5 Corvette. Just trying to make sure I had that right. With the LS1 in here. I love the way this hood tilts up. Said the wrap is like 10 years old on this thing, but I like it. It's a really nice color. He also has that beautiful Mitsubishi Evo 4, it's a manual, that we've been working on the channel, so, or that we just looked over. So hopefully we'll see some parts for that soon and get back on that car, but it's just really cool to see.
So yeah, thank you to Derek for that footage. We really appreciate that. He's a regular contributor to the podcast. He's been on here a couple of times and just a hell of a good friend. He does the Japanese mini puck. I'm sorry, let me try it one more time. Japanese mini truck YouTube channel. So if you like what you've seen here, look for that YouTube channel. Just search for Japanese mini truck. That's his Japanese mini truck right there. And we just really like what he's doing. And the thing that I really like about him is the way he talks those vehicles up. Really good stuff right there. Let's go. I think we went bottom to top last time. Let's go top to bottom for quick reactions to this. Jake?
I love some lowered trucks. I'll be honest, my favorite vehicle in that, aside from the wheels, is that white F-150 with the Lincoln grill. Not a huge fan of those wheels, but a lowered pickup truck is, I don't want to say useless, but it takes a lot of the utility out of it. I love that about it. Yeah, that one right there. I've always been a huge fan of the Lincoln Blackwood, which was Ford's or Lincoln's like luxury truck at the time. So whenever I see a Lincoln pickup truck or anything branded as a Lincoln pickup truck, I love it. So that's a cool truck. And his, I think he's got a Nissan. I think it's like a hard body pickup. I could be wrong. He's got there's a great truck too. That purple is pretty sharp. So I do have a nice place for lowered pickup trucks. Not a big listed guy.
Nice. And Rob?
There was a lot of high-end vehicles at that show, like that pickup truck. That was cool. But the one before that, that purple one, oh, and the cost of just that paint job of that car right there, yeah. Somebody did a lot of detailing for that type of paint job. That's great. And I've never seen so many vehicles with the tubs going all the way across.
Yeah, never seen that before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, right there.
C-notch.
For sure. And Shaun?
Yeah, I really was impressed with the lead sled. I couldn't tell if, based on the color and the images, if that was like a purple, like maybe or I don't think it's candy apple red, but just trying to figure out what color that is.
Popsicle purple.
Popsicle purple.
Yeah, or burgundy.
Sounds like plum crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Virgil?
Oh yeah, that lead sled is pretty cool. To go from 4 to order 2, that is pretty cool, and it doesn't even look well. Once you look at it, you get a closer look. Once you start to look at it, it's like, wait, that looks a little long, But there was like the Lincoln truck, like Jake said. Every time you see a Lincoln truck, it's like, whoa. But it reminds me of the Lincoln trucks of the 50s. That one got that like the 1950s Lincoln truck look. And then there was what else was there? There was that brown Mike. It reminded that brown F100 reminded me of that van from a few years ago at the car show. How he had all the different graphics in there, just like that root beer brown there.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Remember, that's what he was inspired from.
Yes. In fact, that's amazing. It's a transition, Virgil, because that's our next video we're going to look at.
Oh.
So, talk about cosmic alignment. I don't know what's going on here, but whoa. But we got another comment here, and then we're going to look at that van that Virgil was just talking about.
Yeah.
Bada Bay says, how could you not love autos and trucks? For sure.
I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, and Virgil, go ahead. Were you saying something?
I was like, I didn't even look at the show. I didn't even look at the preview of the show or nothing.
It's true, and ironically, it's not even in the preview.
Oh,
so it's pure cosmic experience we're having right here. Ooh, no. But well, cool. So let me take this off the screen, and we won't waste any more time. We'll take a look at that van that Virgil was just talking about. Let me find it here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, and I have to say before I play this, Virgil and I both have a soft spot for conversion vans from the 70s. And we were at a show a couple of years ago, and we came across this, and we both just lost our mind, and we had a great time interviewing this guy. So let's take a look.
It was on the cover of LMC van catalog probably 5-6 years ago when it was canned, and then I took it off the street and just completely gutted the truck.
I haven't seen a paint job like this. I was telling Mike, I'm born and raised in the Bay Area.
Yep.
So I haven't seen one like this since lowriders.
I love lowrider culture.
With the amount of flake and the as far as the patterns.
Yep.
The patterns, the flake is just reminds me of California.
That flake is amazing for sure.
It's all paint huffer metal flake. I think they're out of Arizona. All the candy is Little Daddy Roth candy, and the clear is all the Little Daddy Roth clear and stuff like that.
So Roth inspired.
Yeah, it's very much Roth inspired. I love Rat Fink. I love that whole eras of like custom with a K hot rods and
you got
stuff.
The shifter?
I actually have a glass shifter that somebody made me that matches the outside with the flake on it. Custom glass blower out of Vermont. My buddy Dylan did a bunch of that. I've got what I couldn't do as far as paint body motor. I shipped out to my friends that I know pinstripers and different people, interior guys and stuff. So I figured if I was going to build something this wild, I could help feature some of their other their products. Like my interior guys, really good. Clint did a great job on my interior. And it's just been a really fun project, start to finish. My van club, the Vanished out of Massachusetts, they've all thrown parts at this thing because they knew I was building something super wild. So. It was a all hands on deck kind of thing when it came to like searching parts out for this. It was really clean. It was from North Carolina when I got it. It came with North Carolina plates on it when I bought it out of the junkyard. And it was good. It wasn't like a New England rotten van or something. So I had a really solid base to start with. But then, you pull it off the road to do a couple of things, and then the windows started leaking on it. So I was like, I'm going to pull all the windows out of it and just put sheet metal on it. It took 3 other vans to make the van that you see in front of you today. So the Gull Wing kits were custom vanner kits out of California.
Yeah, I noticed that on that side door.
That was cool.
That was very cool. Yep. As opposed to a sliding door to have that lifting up. And then I've seen what you did in the back here. So.
Yep. It's been a really fun 3 years building it, and it's always something different. And people seem to really like it. I get a lot of I had one as a kid, or my dad had one as a kid, and we had so much fun with it, that type of thing. So it brings back a lot for people to see it. And if you're gonna put a van in front of people, you got to put something that's gonna grab their attention. It does really well. Just taking it places, it always draws a crowd.
I keep noticing other patterns.
Yep.
Other patterns in the paint, and I noticed your what is this right here? The cards on the front there.
It's got it's got 2 playing cards on it because it's a 1978. So I decided to just go with the diamond thing a little bit and run with it. So I X-Acto knifed out a couple of playing cards and made 1978 badges for it.
Yeah, and then the diamonds continue over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing's diamond. I mean, Clint did a great job on the diamonds on the inside.
Oh wow.
Up over the top.
Yeah.
You still got a CB radio in there.
I just bought that at the swap meet.
That's amazing.
Everybody's like, why does it not have a CB? And I'm like,
totally.
Man, I'm going to get one eventually, and I found one that I like.
And the big velour chairs.
Yep.
Oh, man.
It's coming along. Probably by this point next year, it'll probably, the interior will be done. That's the,
And the roof and the raccoon tail. Oh, my goodness.
The raccoon tail's on loan for my buddy Paul. I was following him down the street, and it flew off his van. So I pulled over to the side of the road and grabbed it, and he didn't realize it until he got home. So I sent him a message. I go, Paul, I think this is yours. He goes, oh, I guess it's going to the Hot Rod Show in Keystone, which is in Pennsylvania, which is like a 300 van show that they do down in Pennsylvania this weekend. So, and everyone loves the tail. I might just steal it from him.
Yeah.
Thanks, Clint.
Yeah, the attention to detail on this is amazing. And you're right, the whole 70s vibe is just blowing my hair back.
Yep.
Yeah, it takes me back. Because I remember loving these when I was a teenager in the 70s.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, and the psychedelic and everything. Oh, my God.
It's just one of those things. Like I said, I really like lowriders. I really like the flaked out bass boat look.
Yes.
Just dune buggies from the day, that type of stuff. I was always going to car shows as a kid in the late 90s, early 2000s with my dad and stuff like that. We always had a good time. And just seeing some of the wilder stuff I grew up in Connecticut, so being able to be kind of down in the center of the Southern New England car culture, because there's still a lot of these down in Southern New England. I don't see a lot of these up here. I live 5 minutes away, but they're kind of few and far between out here. But you go to, which is funny because one of the best van converters in the nation was Rodco, and it was in Middlebury or something like that. So they used to put thousands of 70s vans through the shop in central Vermont, but you don't see any of them out here. But you go down to Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Long Island, stuff like that. These things are around. Maybe not quite as wild, but they're around. Yeah. Just got to shout out the New England Van Council and stuff like that, because they do a lot of work keeping us all organized and keeping all the vans together, and helps us find parts and stuff like that. So all my brothers and sisters in the NEVC, I really appreciate everything you guys do to keep vanning alive. It's because it's fun. It's really, really fun. If you like tailgate parties and barbecues and hot rod shows, Vanning's where it's at.
It's true. It just radiates fun. Absolutely.
Good drive-in.
Yes. Now, if we see this van and knocking, we know better than to come and knocking, right? Because that went with the whole...
That's true.
Or is that just the look from the can?
That's that, yeah, right? It's a little both. Have a little column A and a little column B.
That's right. Can we go on the other side and get... I want to see you lift that door on the other side.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is amazing, man. Wonderful. Oh, I remember those tables from back in the day too. Yep.
I was just able to find one a couple of weeks ago.
With a wood grain.
Standing. I've got one coming. My buddy Adam actually did the woodwork on the front part of this, and he's doing the second part for me, kind of as we speak, because we've got.
Oh yes, yeah, gotta have this too. Yeah.
So we got our little matching top here. We got the diamonds covered in all the way through. Adam did a great job on my cup holder. So it's just a.
And will the CV go up on the ceiling, or?
I don't know yet. I do kind of want to build an overhead console for it. It would kind of hold the headliner in a little better.
Sure.
Kind of do a little bit of separation between this and that. So we'll see. But I just happened to see it, and it was new in box over at the swap meet there, and I got the right size and the right, because some of the CVs are real wide and stuff.
Yes.
That's what I need for the van right there.
Oh, excuse me. And I want to get a shot of the sun visor too, if I can stop sneezing. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. Yeah, the attention to detail on this is amazing, dude.
I had my buddy Scott Fisk down in southern Vermont do all the pinstriping on the dash. He did everything under here.
I like the way your paint goes into the door jams.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is a nice touch. Yeah.
The flake into the engine bay there.
KC's on there.
Trucker part to do it. It was painted, doors off, hood off, fenders off. I blew the truck about as far apart as I could to try to like bring it together. It's got like 4 or 5 different colors in it, and they kind of harlequins. It's just kind of like everywhere. If I want, the visor's orange, but the truck's brown. It's two-tone gold on the bottom, so goes from that. So I just kind of like picked like a color palette and just ran with it. You know, because the KC day, those are old school daylighters, the yellows and golds. I love it. I love that lowrider culture.
Beforehand, pulling up to it, it was like, oh man, it's kind of like that just so reminds me of home.
Yeah.
You know, San Jose is the birthplace of Lowrider magazine. So,
sure.
You know, so yeah. So to see this, it was just amazing.
Yeah, I got to give a big, like a tip of the hat. There's a Cadillac Coupe de Ville that's been here all weekend with the entire lowrider top. It's orange. It's got the silver. Like, it's got better lace than mine does. It's an absolutely gorgeous car. And I'm sure it's probably in the winter circle or something because it is immaculate. It's whatever you would want in a lowrider Cadillac, it has it, man. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
So if you like this, go find that car because that thing's just 10 times better. But I really appreciate you guys like wanting to look at my van and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's been an absolute just labor of love to bring it back out from what it was.
Yeah, it's amazing too. The attention to detail is unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Fired. I love Rat Fan.
Yeah, good times right there.
Yes.
The so reactions. I think is it time bottom to top this time.
Yeah, well, see, I forgot to do it. He had KC lights on the front there.
Yes.
I didn't notice that. I just noticed it as the video was in it. I was like, oh, that's one thing we didn't mention.
Yeah, KC highlighters. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Daylighters.
Right there, daylighters. That was it. Right there. Whoops! I'm trying to stop on it. This thing moves pretty fast. Right. Well, there we go. Cool deal. Yeah, I would say, Virgil, as far as when you and I go and do video at car shows, this has got to be pretty close to one of the best ones we've done as far as the most fun. Would you agree with that?
Yep. Yeah, that was we had a good day that day. We got a lot of people.
Yes. We did. We get a lot of good footage, good interviews, and just good vibrations too.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And Shaun, reactions to this?
Yeah, I mean this is awesome. I mean, I love this van. The collar just screams retro 1970s, and you're seeing, we're seeing a lot of stuff popping up like this, especially, from the 70s. And, I mean, you can see the bed in there too. I mean, people are converting these and just traveling and camping has went through the roof over the past few years, but these things are super hot right now. And, we're seeing the value of them go up. So, I mean, I think this is a real gem you guys found. Very cool.
Sure. Definitely. And Rob?
Oh, back in the 70s, I had 3 vans in my parents' driveway at one time. Every weekend there was a van in somewhere to go. And they would pull 500 to 3,000 vans out of van in. It was big things back when I was a kid. But my last van I did up, I paneled the inside, and then I took shag carpet and stapled it all over the wall, all over the ceiling. The dash even had shag carpet on it.
Nice.
Dice hanging from the mirror and little balls hanging from the ceiling. And we went overboard on some of them, but they were fun events.
Now, Rob, is the reason you don't have it because the 70s called and they wanted their van back?
Yeah.
That's
cool. I even took a Dodge one, 2 Dodge ones, and the one I made into a trailer to match the front one.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Very cool. And Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I love lowrider culture. It's never always been like my big thing, but I went to the Peterson Automotive Museum a few months ago, and one thing I noticed was the attention to detail in lowriders is second to none. I mean, like, even, and you see a lot of it in this too. Obviously, still working on it. It's a beautiful car, but like tying some of the body work on the outside to the inside, he had like little panels and dash panels painted. Is really cool. But like when they get to like the upper echelon, like everything, like ball joints, they engrave, like every little bullet. I've never seen any oil filters they paint. It's crazy. So it's cool to see him doing that, and kind of working his way up to that. But that is a beautiful van. That's rad.
For sure. And my only comment to add, I probably said it 3 or 4 times during the video, but the attention to detail, it really did blow my hair back, what's left of it. Yeah, very really impressive. Well, cool. So, yeah, we have come to the end of another episode, and we've had a great time as far as I'm concerned. I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to thank our usuals, Rob and Virgil, for being here. Also, our regular friend, Jake, for being here. And of course, our new special guest, Shaun Smith, the president and
Thank you.
publisher of Auto Roundup magazine.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me. It was a real fun time. Lots of cool stuff.
Yes,
Oh
we got to
yeah.
do this again.
Sure.
Cool deal. And going to give a shameless plug for you one last time. Like we said, Shaun is the president and publisher of Auto Roundup Publications. These are some of their titles on the screen here. In the lower right is the web address. If you're curious about what we've talked about tonight, autoroundup.com is how you're going to find them. We're going to pop a few more titles on the screen here for a little more shameless plugging before we close the program. These are just some of the publications that they do. Here's some of the more nuanced titles, specialty titles. Just really impressive what they do. I've been buying this on the newsstand for years, and I have to say, we appreciate you coming on here, Shaun. It's a treat to finally meet you in person after looking at your magazines all these years.
Thanks for having me. This was wonderful, and I feel honored to be up here. So, really cool what you're doing, and keep up the good work.
Well,
So,
cool. We
thank
appreciate
you.
that,
Oh
and
yeah.
thank you also to our viewers. And anyone with a final comment before we close?
Great show, lots of vehicles, Mike.
Yes.
Oh yeah. A lot of fun tonight. Thank you there. Thank
Yeah,
you, Sean.
and
Good
enjoy
stuff.
this weather. This is driving season, so get out there. Even if you're thinking take your project car to work, you can take it to work. It'll make it. Do it. This
Yes.
is the time of year for it.
Absolutely. All righty. Well, thank you, everyone. And as always, we give the last word to Amsoil, and we'll catch up with you guys in 1 week's time.
All righty.
Have a good one, everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Hit the wrong one. Here's Amsoil right here. Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today we're going to be talking about Amsoil, and in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your Amsoil products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what Amsoil is and why you should consider using Amsoil products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. Amsoil is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses Amsoil for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that Amsoil is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because Amsoil doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And Amsoil likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves them money. Some of the people like the benefit of Amsoil is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, Amsoil says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the Amsoil bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the Amsoil. Amsoil's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero. Wow. If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So Amsoil's an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running Amsoil than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Amsoil is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that Amsoil has available.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us, Amsoil Experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
Amsoil has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If you order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, Amsoil will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. Amsoil sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value, and this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering Amsoil. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an Amsoil order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer discount, or sorry, preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the preferred customer of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click Add to Cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click View Cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the Signature Series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click Checkout Now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an Amsoil account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name, and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to Amsoil. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for Amsoil under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your Amsoil Preferred Customer Program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters "free DVD requests" so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering Amsoil as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from Amsoil, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from Amsoil. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the Amsoil marketing plan. Amsoil has a large to cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure, for sure. So when you sign up under that that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing Amsoil for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with Amsoil. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes, yes. And just by wearing my Amsoil hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about Amsoil. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
Amsoil's a fun business. Amsoil's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the Amsoil products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the Amsoil products or to join the Amsoil team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.